Hey, this is Kat from Red Mountain Shaman, and I share shamanic wisdom through dreams, visions, nature, synchronicities, intuition, channeling, art, music, photography, and shamanic journeys. Welcome back to my channel. So it's been kind of a crazy week. I remember last week I channeled something about there being some twists and unexpected turns coming. And this week, Mom Dami, I guess, met with President Trump, which was surprised a lot of people, even me. And to me, Spirit hasn't told me this. It's just as my own opinion, but I think that he capitulated in some way. I feel like they had a meeting and made some sort of a deal because he seemed very, very subdued compared to what he normally was in his campaign. And then also MTG resigning. We'll see how that plays out. And then I also noticed this week there's been huge, crazy energies coming in. Last night I literally had to just breathe it out, just doing some deep breath work to kind of calm my nervous system down. A lot of exhaustion, a lot of pain in the hips and the lower back. And today I've been really dizzy all day, and I hardly ever get dizzy. So let me know if you guys are feeling all of that. So the other night I was meditating, just calming down my body and trying to ask my body to heal and release. And what came in was this beautiful blue-green water above me and this whale. And this whale kept just kind of bringing in these sounds. And he just was like kind of hovering above me. And it just felt very, very calm and healing. And the next day I did feel a lot better. So I think that whale brought me some sort of healing. So I wanted to look up the whale. Lots of animals are coming in, by the way. So this video is going to be a lot about animal energy and healing, and Yeshua is going to talk about it as well. So in shamanic traditions, the whale symbolizes wisdom, emotional depth, intuition, and cosmic awareness. And Yeshua kind of mentions this too, that they are kind of interdimensional beings. They are considered powerful spirit animals that represent the need to explore one's inner emotional landscape and communicate clearly, like their songs that travel vast distances. Whales can also be a symbol of ancestral wisdom, healing, transformation, and the ability to navigate life's cycles with grace and resilience. So another thing that happened this week is that in one of my clients' sessions, usually I work very closely with the Holy Family, with like Mother Mary, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, the Violet Flame, those kind of things. But this time, this client's higher self came in. It's happened a few times, but it doesn't happen very often. And it happened right away. Usually the higher self will come in a little bit later after my spirit guides come in. And I just saw her, and her hair was like kind of flowing, and she kind of looked like she was in the water. She was just very much in the flow. And it was so interesting, and that this higher self was really wanting to connect with the client more deeply. And it's really interesting because the next day, Ann Tucker had a video, and she channels also kind of like I do for the collective. And she was talking about this happening on a collective level. So if you want to go learn more about what is happening as our higher selves are integrating, I would really recommend going and watching her video. I think it was from like 2 days ago. Okay, so the next animal that came in for me this week was quail. And I looked it up, and spiritually they can symbolize divine provision, courage, loyalty. In the Bible, they represent God's miraculous provision in the wilderness and a lesson in gratitude. Its digestive fire relates to awareness of health. So interesting stuff there. It does kind of feel like we're in the wilderness right now, like we're, when Moses brought the people out of captivity, a lot of the people were really complaining. This is just coming to me right now. And it felt like, they weren't appreciative and they weren't in gratitude. They were upset at Moses, and they're saying this is really taking too long. And it was this divine provision, they were provided for, and they were brought out of captivity ultimately. So I think the quail is kind of representing that gratitude, that we need to remember that God is in control and we do have divine provision. We're being taken care of as long as we're in trust. Okay, so the next spirit animal that came in was the bat. And I really love bats. I know it's kind of funny, but before I went on my birthday trip down to southern Utah, I had a vision of a bat. And then we were out on the beach at that beautiful place called Sand Hollow with our dog. And it was sunset and it was getting dark, and all of a sudden these little bats started flying around us. I thought that was a really unexpected place to see bats. And the bat symbol can represent transformation, intuition. It's able to navigate in darkness or see through what is hidden. It encourages you to face your fears and move through difficult transitions with resilience and fearlessness. Dependent on the culture, it can represent good fortune, rebirth, and a connection to the spirit world or the unseen realms. So it just feels like the bat is helping us through this transformation process and bringing in intuition to help us see through illusion. And then the next spirit animal that we saw on this trip, this is kind of part 2 of that trip because that trip was so magical. We kind of spontaneously went on an off-ramp to check out this hot spring that was kind of in central Utah and kind of in the middle of nowhere in these farmlands. And on the way in there, we saw a big hawk and it had a red tail. And then on the way out, we saw another one. And I actually put my phone out the window and caught this amazing picture of this hawk. So that's the picture that you're seeing on the cover of this video. So the shamanic hawk meaning is, that I've found online, is the destiny of man to awaken from their spiritual amnesia and to realign with the original intention of the soul. When the hawk gets a hold of us in its powerful talons, we will be asked to evaluate who we have become and to shatter our self-created illusions. This will help our inner truth to come out into the open and for it to shine. And this also reminds me of like bringing our higher self in, and so we are more in alignment with our higher perspective rather than our human or egoic perspective. And the hawk denotes union with all that is. The hawk is a bird of the heavens, arranging the changes necessary to prompt our spiritual growth. And Yeshua is going to be talking about this too, about how sometimes we need to embrace change and let go of old energies in order to move forward on our spiritual path of growth. Having this power animal can be bittersweet. When accepting its presence in your life, you'll be asked to surrender or give up anything that doesn't honor the integrity of all life, whether it's an idea, feeling, or action. Although hard work is involved, the rewards to be reaped are great, far outweighing this. Hawks are the protectors and visionaries of the air. They hold the key to higher levels of consciousness. This power animal enables us to awaken vision and inspires a creative life purpose. Having hawk as a power animal means your life will be filled with responsibility, because hawk people seek the overall view. You will most probably be aware of omens and spirit messages. A red-tailed hawk is special, which is the one that we saw on the way in. It will always be with you for life. It has direct ties to the Kundalini, the seat of primal force of life. It's linked to the base chakra. If you have this power animal, you need to be aware of and work toward fulfilling your soul's destiny. It reflects far greater intensity of energy within your life, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Spiritual forces will be felt strong within you. So another thing that I noticed was some more synchronicities with Ishmael Perez. I know some of you don't resonate with him, but I just get a lot of synchronicities with him. Sometimes the stuff he's talking about, I honestly can't tell you if it's true or not, because he has so much cosmic history knowledge, and that's kind of not my gift. That's his gift. So I can't say whether it's true or not, but I do get synchronicities with him quite a bit. So this week's was that he said that there's no aliens. There's only our brothers and sisters, our star family. And he said, they are us, we are them. And we our higher self is in other dimensions. And I agree with that. And I've channeled that same information, actually that same phrase. My guides have come through and said, "We are you, you are us," the same exact phrase that he said. So I believe that. I've never resonated with the idea or the word alien, because that implies that they're not of us, they're alien. So I've always kind of rejected that word. So I just see them as us, or our brothers and sisters, our star family. Another thing that he said that I got a synchronicity with was about Yeshua being connected to the Emerald Order. And I had a vision. I don't know how long ago this was. Maybe, I think I mentioned it on a video a year or two ago. But I had a vision in that I needed these emerald tablets in my backpack for my journey on Earth. And I'm still kind of learning what that means. But Ishmael mentioned that Yeshua is connected to this Emerald Order in his last video that he put out. I think that came out last night, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that's about it. So, to the being that came through today to when I asked about all this stuff is Yeshua, and he talks about merging with the higher soul, the animal kingdom, the whales, all kinds of really cool stuff. So I hope you guys enjoy. Good evening. America is making a great turnaround. This is why I come to you with the American flag. It may seem as if you are running in circles, but much is happening behind the scenes and within the cosmos. You may have felt powerful energy this last week. You may see emotions arise that are both blissful and sometimes uncomfortable. The snake is shedding its skin. You are moving into never-before-experienced patterns of growth. The higher soul is merging with the human avatar. This will expand your intuition and inner knowing. It will assist you in flowing with the spirit and trusting yourself. It will guide you in new ways as you open your heart to your own soul's higher wisdom. The vision you saw of the hawk flying into the flaming heart is symbolic of learning to fly in new ways, learning to navigate your flight path through the heart center. It is symbolic of keeping the flame of hope and faith alive within the heart. It is also symbolic of passion. As we come to the ending of this year and we begin a new year, the energy of this passion will begin to rise as it embodies the representation of the fire horse. This is the horse of freedom. The fire is passion. You have been encountering these freedom horses for many years. You have yearned to ride since childhood, and this you shall see. For as the horses were once revered and honored, so shall they be once more. They are pure essence and presence. They are carriers of healing codes that can transform and transmute energy. When honored and treated properly, they will show you their great spiritual gifts. All animals carry signature codes of light that can inform, guide, and imbue you with needed energy. Pay attention to their presence in your experience. Watch for their messages. Listen for their words. It is possible to hear them as they can speak to you should you open to their beauty and wisdom. For it is the divine that works through and resides within all creation. Some of you may be experiencing animals coming forward in meditation. They come forward for various reasons. They may hear you subconsciously calling out for them. They may feel the need to reconnect what was lost. They may be sending you healing energy or bringing you to an awareness of what needs releasing or change. They may be letting you know a passed over loved one is near. They may be reminding you of their love. The whales and dolphins are particularly coming forward at this time in order to send their sonic frequencies of love and remembrance. They are helping you remember where you came from and where you are returning to. It is the natural beauty and bliss of Lemuria that is finding its way back to the flame of your hearts. These animals are appearing in the physical and in the spiritual. They are special beings indeed, and they bring with them the codes that unlock the human potential for restoration within their bodies and within the earth. They are here to assist with reharmonizing Mother Earth. Should you encounter them, receive their song, for they sing of a new world. They return with the honor of the matriarchy, the protection of the family, and the nurturing of the pod. Within their hearts they carry solace, peace, and great truths. They are a wonder within the cosmos, created for these many gifts and as wonders of the dimensions of sound and light. A deeper understanding of their purpose will continue to unfold, and they will be instrumental in igniting the passion I speak of, that will begin to rise more profoundly within the year of the fire horse. As you prepare to receive this amplified passion, drink plenty of water, immerse in water if possible, rest when you feel you need it. This is not a race of accomplishments, but rather a time of beingness. Prepare by going within and meditating on what needs to be released within your energy field, within your relationships, within your health habits, your work, and your daily life. Clear the path to receive, my brothers and sisters. If there is still lingering energies, habits, or people that you are holding on to out of comfort or convenience, you will continue to remain within what is in resonance of that which is within you. When you release that which is no longer in resonance with you, you begin to open the door to receive the new. What spiritual gifts await you? What new connections await you? What new projects await you? What miracles await you? Trust in the beauty that wants to replace the beasts of this world. There is no sense continuing on with situations that no longer serve you. You are choosing each day, and there are many choices to make. Choose to remain closed or choose to open the door to receive. Don the armor of protection and move forward through this great time of transition. For your higher soul wants to guide you. The Great Spirit wants to guide you. Open your hearts to the burning flame of love, hope, and passion, and you shall begin to receive. We take back the flaming heart from those who have stolen it and inverted it for their own use in their spells of religious control and fear. For the true flaming heart is one of sovereignty, passion, faith, and hope in the continued expansion of the Christ mind. Prepare to receive it as the incoming energy is supporting it. I leave you in love with all the possibility of bringing dreams into fruition. Your flaming heart is your sandbags against the rising flood of desperation, despondency, and despair. Keep your flaming heart burning, and you shall rise from the ashes of the old world and fly as the falcon into the sun. I am Yeshua, he of the Emerald Order, and I bring you this knowing as this order is within you, and those who come with the roar of Lyra. We are returning heaven to earth, and the restoration is in progress. Be at peace, for all is on schedule in divine order. So it is. Thank you so much, Yeshua. So before I get into this little oracle card that I asked his energy to kind of pull, I just wanted to remind you that if you'd like to connect with me and book a session, you can go to redmountainshaman.com. Go to my contact page and you will find simple directions on how to book a session with me. And then at the bottom of my contact page, there is also my PayPal link. If you would like to donate to my channel, I will never have sponsors or ads. This is all me doing this. I don't have another job, so I really appreciate anybody who's donated. Thank you so much. And the card is from the Isis deck, the Pocketbook Edition by Alana Fairchild, and it's called The Spirit of Isis. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Let her inspire you. Believe. I hope you guys all have a lovely Thanksgiving, and we will reconvene next Sunday. Take care. Sending y'all love.